Live from Arkansas's breaking news leader, Fox 16 News at 9 starts now.
It's 9 o'clock, and as you can see here, still hot across central Arkansas tonight. Right now, the temperature in Little Rock coming in at 95 degrees. That's down from today's high of 107. Not a record, but still very, very hot.
Tonight, we have live team coverage of the very hot weather. Fox 16's Catherine Johnson will show us how hard our air conditioners are working and what happens if the power goes out.
But first, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin. And Jeff, everyone wants to know, please give us some sign of relief. Is it there or not?
Not really, Kevin and Kelly, because temperatures, even though it's not going to be as hot as we get towards the end of the week. When I say not as hot, I mean temperatures only near 100, not above 105. I don't exactly call that relief. Now, there was one spot in the state today that did get a little bit of relief thanks to some cloud cover around Batesville. Only 90 degrees the high, 97 in Searcy thanks to some of that cloud cover. But once you got out of that cloud shield, temperatures well over 100 degrees. Now, no record today in Little Rock, and the reason why, the record is 112, and that's also the record for the hottest temperature of the month. Yesterday, we were just a degree shy of that. Today, not quite as hot at only 107. 106 the high in Russellville. Temperatures now, these are the 9 o'clock temperatures just coming in now. Little Rock, well, it's dropped 2 degrees. Not much. It's still 93 degrees. 97 in Hot Springs, 94 degrees in Russellville. And when you factor in the humidity, get this. Here we are. It's dark after 9 o'clock at night, and the heat index values, how it actually feels, still around 100 degrees. There is a heat advisory that remains in effect for most of Arkansas because of the dangerous heat conditions. And when I say dangerous, I mean heat index values at or above 105 for an extended period of time during the afternoon. We had that today with heat index values near 110. We're going to have that again for tomorrow. And it's very important that you just try to really take it easy out there, drink plenty of water, and just try to limit your outdoor exposure. This heat takes a toll on you pretty quick, and it can happen very, very fast. As we take a look at the satellite and radar, all the showers have died out, but still some cloud cover, and that cloud cover is actually just sealing in the heat, but no rain coming out of those clouds. Here's what to expect for tomorrow morning. You'll be blasting the air conditioning on the way to work tomorrow morning. Temperature 82 at 6 a.m. by 8 a.m., mid-80s. Pushing mid-90s by 10 a.m. and by noon. Once again, those temperatures over 100 degrees. Another day of some dangerous heat. There's, well, maybe a tiny bit of relief in your 7-day forecast. I'll show you what hope we have coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Jeff, thank you. New at 9, fans of the group Mindless Behavior lined up in the heat before tonight's concert at the Metroplex. One girl passed out from the heat, and emergency crews were called in. They moved her inside, gave her plenty of water, and called her parents.
And I find out last night you had 20 days in a row of over 3 digits. Yeah, don't put this on your tourist list.
Jenny Hemmings is from Colorado, visiting family this week in Little Rock. She says in Colorado Springs right now, the average temperature is around 90, and her home does not have air conditioning, so she came here for the AC. She says her granddaughters had the idea today to cool off in the fountain.
Not a bad idea. Obviously, nothing feels better than walking into an air-conditioned building after being out in this heat. But if we're not careful when it comes to power usage, that might not be an option. Fox 16's Catherine Johnson joining us live to break down what's keeping energy workers so busy in these triple-digit temperatures. Catherine?
Kevin, you know, we depend on substations like this one here behind me to power our homes and, more importantly, keep our air conditioners running. But these triple-digit temperatures are driving energy usage way up, and it's affecting the entire grid.
Just like water, conserving power in these triple-digit temperatures is a necessary adjustment we all have to make to guarantee we still have it tomorrow.
The heat does put extra stress on the electrical grid.
Entergy Arkansas is working around the clock, monitoring stress levels on substations throughout the state. Although we haven't had any outages from overusage yet, people like Lester Eugene are experiencing other heat-related power problems.
I don't like being in the heat. Then if you open the door, you're still blowing it having hot air come in.
So he's outside working on the car
Kind of low on oil.
to get out of his hot house and into a public place with working air conditioning, while this energy worker finds the branch that snapped off in the heat and knocked out Eugene's power.
There are Entergy Arkansas personnel working 24/7, making sure that there isn't a problem.
Most times, the power usually go out when they got a bad storm. But this is the first time this ever happened with the heat. It kind of surprised us.
So as this heat continues, whether it's water or power conservation, take a tip from this person and remember to share.
Now, Entergy Arkansas is still crunching the numbers as to how much power we're using on a daily basis, but get this, in average weather, 1 megawatt will power about 500 homes. In this heat, 1 megawatt will only power 200 homes. Live in Little Rock, Catherine Johnson, Fox 16 News.
That certainly puts it in perspective. I checked their website right before we went on the air. Good news tonight, Catherine. As you probably know, less than 300 customers without power. But on the big scale of things, when it comes to energy, what happens if a substation like the one you're standing in front of gets overloaded? Then what?
Kevin, Entergy is already working to try to make sure that that doesn't happen. They say they're already having to juggle these substations. If one area is using too much power, they'll redirect power from another substation into that area. So they're constantly 24/7 watching this grid and redirecting power from one area of the city to another.
Yeah, they got their work cut out for them. They do a good job, though. All right, Catherine, thanks. Appreciate it. Well, Tamara S. posted that her power went out, and she said the following. It was already getting pretty hot in the house. I feel sorry for the workers who may have had to be out in this heat. Thomas J. wrote the following. Mine is unofficial, but it reached 114 at my house near Morgan Maumelle today. And Kevin H. says he's beating the heat by sitting in my cold house. Probably a good idea as long as the AC keeps running. To see more comments or post your own, check us out on Facebook or go to Fox 16 and click on Rants and Raves, or you can pick up the phone and give us a call. The number right there, 217-4416. Then be sure to watch Fox 16 News at 10 to see if your rant or rave is used in our newscast.
New at 9, the Arkansas Forestry Commission says the fire on Mount Riante in Garland County is now 75% contained. Today, the AFC brought in Black Hawk helicopters to battle the flames, and we have pictures sent in by Fox 16 viewer Donna Kay. Each Black Hawk is equipped with Bambi buckets that hold up to 660 gallons of water. The fire has burned more than 200 acres and started Saturday. Tonight, homeowners remain on standby to leave, but they have not been forced from their homes just yet.
You too can be a part of Arkansas's breaking news leader. All you have to do is see it, send it, then watch it. To send your pics and video, launch the free Fox 16 app from your mobile device. Once it loads, tap the Send It button on the home page, then tap the Add Photos and Video area of the Upload page, and be sure to watch Fox 16 News. It's that easy. A Pulaski County deputy suspended for a month for embarrassing himself and his department. The lieutenant is accused of pushing his girlfriend and ramming a gate with his truck in Garland County. Fox 16's Josh Rosenthal spoke with the sheriff, who explains why he decided on this particular punishment and why more discipline hasn't been ruled out.
No gate, no pay for a month. That's the decision Pulaski County Sheriff Doc Holliday passed down on suspended Lieutenant Corey Lawson.
Basically, he embarrassed the Sheriff's Department, embarrassed me, embarrassed himself.
According to a Garland County Sheriff's Office report, Lawson became upset with his girlfriend at the Brady Mountain Resort, pushed her, and then rammed his truck into this gate twice, tearing it down. Sheriff Holliday says his investigators couldn't find enough evidence to back up the allegations of Lawson pushing his girlfriend, which Holliday says started with the girlfriend herself.
She has refused to cooperate in any fashion with this investigation or to cooperate with the Garland County in their investigation.
As a result of the incident, Garland County prosecutors say Lawson could still face criminal charges.
We will assess the situation at the time. Certainly it could have an impact on his future with this agency.
Otherwise, though, Holliday says he'll welcome Lawson back after 160 hours or 4 work weeks without pay.
He made some mistakes, and he has to suffer the consequences of those mistakes.
Attempts to reach Lieutenant Lawson for comment were not immediately successful. In Little Rock, Josh Rosenthal, Fox 16 News.
Here is the Fox 16 bottom line. Garland County Prosecuting Attorney Steve Oliver says his office has received the Garland County Sheriff's Office's case regarding Lawson. They're currently reviewing it and say criminal charges are possible.
New at 9, an adult detention deputy from Garland County is on paid administrative leave pending an investigation. Jason Carr is accused of having a sexual relationship with an unnamed female inmate. At this time, it does not appear the relationship was forced. When the investigation is complete, the sheriff will determine Carr's future status with the department. When you live in the country, you expect to encounter wildlife on a daily basis, but a lot of wild animals are venturing closer to the city, and the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission is warning people to watch out. Tonight, Fox 16's Caroline Whiteman explains what creatures are popping up in people's backyards. Caroline, what are people seeing?
Well, Kelly, it's not uncommon for people to see deer, raccoons, or possums, depending on where you live, even in urban settings. Those are the animals that Tom Bennett typically sees where he lives, out off of the Ferndale Cutoff Road in western Pulaski County. But for the first time in 30 years of living out there, he saw a bobcat. Tom Bennett is seeing more and more people like himself moving to the outskirts of town, in part to enjoy the country, the landscape, and the wildlife.
We've got the coons, the skunks, possums, and the coyotes that howl at night.
Tom even set up a game camera to watch the deer come feed by his pear tree, but he caught another animal on camera too.
Wily coyote comes up every once in a while.
Arkansas Game and Fish says that's not uncommon as humans move into wild territory.
The wildlife was there first, right?
And it's not just coyote or fox sightings. There are big cats too.
Bobcats and mountain lions are very secretive animals. You won't see them. They don't want you to see them. They see you or hear you before you ever, and they're gone.
So imagine Tom's surprise when he found this bobcat on the road near his house, hit by a car. He says he's not too concerned he'll see another one anytime soon. Coyotes he expects to see again.
We see mama deer and little baby deer coming up and feeding. And then the next frame is a mangy, wily coyote.
The bobcat sighting is just one more reason Tom says he makes sure to keep his dogs in at night. He doesn't mind living side by side with wildlife, but it'll become a problem if his pets are attacked. Game and Fish says the best way to keep wild animals off your property is make sure to not leave any food out, and especially don't leave any garbage out, because that will attract them. Reporting live in Little Rock, Caroline Whiteman, Fox 16 News.
Caroline, that footage was so cool to see that coyote, but I'm wondering, what did Tom do with the bobcat?
The bobcat, Kelly, he just left there on the road, but he says he wishes that he would have taken it to a taxidermist because the bobcat's coat was so beautiful. He was really sad to see that it had been hit by a car and killed.
Fox 16's Caroline Whiteman live for us tonight in Little Rock. Thank you.
A Pine Bluff police lieutenant fighting back after the police chief suspends him for 2 days. Only on Fox 16 tonight, hear from both Lieutenant Bob Rawlinson and Police Chief Brenda Davis-Jones.
And some of Arkansas's best chefs doing their part tonight to help fight childhood hunger in the natural state.
Because people don't realize that you sweat in water.
And it's tough to keep cool in triple-digit heat, even if you're in the water. What you need to watch out for, even if you're spending the day at Wild River Country.
You're watching Fox 16 News at 9 with Donna Terrell, Kevin Kelly, sports with David Rath, and Arkansas's certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin. This is Fox 16 News at 9.